to Love and Romance Tarot Readings. I am super excited to get into today's pick a card. This is the message that is meant to find you. If you've been seeing a lot of signs and synchronicities, this video is going to help you. If you're feeling away but you don't know what to look for, this is going to help you. We're tapping it straight into the God frequency, straight into the higher power, infinite intelligence, higher self, all of that. And we're going to get the message that is really meant for you in this time. So I'm just so excited to deliver this message. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you'd like a private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. I also offer manifestation candles, custom spell work, all sorts of stuff on there. Other than that, you can pause the video if you need more time with the piles, but we've got group 1 with the zebra stone and the tarot Illuminati. Group 2 with the clear quartz and the Wheel of the Year tarot. Group 3 with the citrine and the animal totem tarot. And group 4 with the obsidian and the witch's tarot. So like I said, pause the video if you need more time, but we're just going to jump right into it. All right, if you chose group 1 with the zebra stone and the tarot Illuminati, this is your reading. This message was meant to find you. This is what you need to hear at this time. This is what you need to know. This is what Spirit's been trying to communicate. This is what your higher self is waiting for. Spirit, show me the messages for group 1. You know, Spirit's really been calling you guys to a higher path. We have the gorilla spirit and the hawk spirit coming out for you right away. The gorilla, self-confidence, leadership, and responsibilities. Spirit has really been calling you to a higher path, more better places, better experiences, more travel, more people around you, more power, more money. And then we have the hawk. So it's like with the gorilla, you have the energy, the leadership, that skill, that talent. And then the hawk, you have the foresight, you have the higher level connection, you have the past experiences to support you, like you're ready. So right away, group 1, that's a huge message Spirit has been trying to communicate to you, especially if you're used to routine, because your routine is set up to give you that foundation, but you have that foundation now. So I feel like you guys have been kind of holding yourself back or afraid to take chances, afraid to get out of your current routine, current environment, current situation. Heavy on the change part, because it almost feels like fake, and it's like, it's not imposter syndrome if that's really you though. That's who you're. I mean, you don't just pop up on earth fully embodied. You know, you start off as a baby. All of those experiences build up into who you are. And it's just like, some of you guys are really struggling with, but because most of my following or most of the people around me have been around for a few years, they know who I really am. I can't embody. It looks corny or it feels corny. It's uncomfortable. Embodiment is always uncomfortable, which is why everyone can't be a leader. Everyone can't be an entertainer, because some people really do get just beaten down, or they naturally surrender to whatever everyone else is into, but that's not you, or at least it's not you anymore. And I feel like the person you need to give grace is yourself, because, you know, I feel like you may be the type of person who, the way that you talk to yourself in your head, you would never talk to another person that way. Like, you're really hardest on yourself. You give yourself like very little grace, very little empathy. And even that's like a whole other thing, but okay, let's keep going. So the gorilla, this one says, you are being guided to take responsibility for yourself and your actions. No barrier can hold you back from becoming your most authentic self. Your path to success is right in front of you. And all you must do is open your eyes, mind, and heart. So your path is in front of you. It's not in front of, your community. It's not in front of your followers. It's not in front of random people online who don't even know you for real. It's not gonna be clear to anyone but you. So this could also be about going to other people for advice, and that's the thing, the solo journey, going into hermit mode, it's not just so you can be alone by yourself and bored. It's so you can get used to having certain people out of your life, separated from you, detached from your creative process, detached from your ideas. People may be, I don't want to say vamping off of you, but people may be, kind of consuming your energy, through this as well. And then the hawk, this one says you're being guided to detach from the mundane and envision your heart's desires. See with clarity the opportunity that surrounds your new journey. Stretch and expand and soar above previous limitations. So Spirit's like, listen, yes, those things did happen, or yes, those things did hold you back at a certain part in your journey, but we're not living there anymore. It's time to move beyond that effed up childhood or that messed up experience. And it's time for you to live. Like, Spirit is really wanting you to live, to get to have that main character life, experience, moment, all of it. Some of you guys really prioritize your, some of you really prioritize your habits, your routine, with good reason, but to the point where it does kind of limit you when it comes to growing and expanding, because it keeps you stuck. It may be time to make a new routine, to set a new set of desires, ambitions, goals. We have the zebra spirit. It says balance, individuality, and beauty. You guys, I'm telling you, you're being called to step into embodiment of who you are, to wear what you want to wear, do what you want to do, have your opinion, live your life for you. Not even living your life for, pictures and for other people to see what you're doing, but for you to be present in the moment, experiencing what life has to offer. Even if you're like someone who's like super left brain, you love numbers, like it's time to grow and expand in that, whether that's learning something new in your field, like moving up in terms of career. It says you are being guided to no longer run with the herd and find a new vantage point. Be your authentic self. That's the second card, talking about authenticity and showing up as your authentic self. Acknowledge your golden soul. Show the world your magnificence. Boldly move towards your heart's desires with speed, grace, and integrity. So you may be noticing like certain decisions being made for you. Like when you're in this energy, Spirit can start moving stuff. And also, it's kind of like your life, your timeline is like AI, and life is still going to move on. So you may just end up getting dragged if you try to stay in a certain era, just because your timeline is still moving. We have the Two of Earth here. It says working too hard or working multiple jobs, the need to bring balance and fun into your life, juggling multiple priorities, and balancing the budget. Spirit is calling you to balance your budget. Spirit is calling you to set new goals during this time and to simplify your life. So if you are working multiple jobs, one of them may have to go. That extra time you spend... Oh, there's a card from a whole other deck in here. The time you spend at that second job, it's like, is the money worth it? Oh. Spirit is really calling you to live, group one. Like, I feel like you've spent so much of your life, like, just kind of trying to do the right thing, going to school, getting a job, trying to have the life that people say is like the good life. But I also feel like you haven't tapped far enough into your own authenticity to know what your idea of the good life looks like. So we have the Hermit here. It's so funny. It's like embodiment on one end and hermit mode spirit is calling you to on another end. And the hermit mode aspect is more spiritual than literal. Spirit isn't telling you to stay in the house unless you're a part of the group that does have some connections to people that kind of need to be dismantled. But Spirit isn't calling you to be in the house. Spirit is calling you to be present in your body, in your experience, so that you can create the life that is best for you, not based on other people and their desires and their experiences. So to go inward in that way and then to embody that. And it's not so other people can watch. It's not even to make you money. It's to call in the life that you want. It's to call in the other things in that frequency that match how you feel inside and what you truly want. But you have to go deep enough to reach that further level of authenticity to have those ripple effects in your reality that really resonate. So basically I'm saying like you have to go deeper in knowing yourself, and it's not so you can consciously do all the work for things to come into your life that are naturally in your frequency, things that you would find, pleasurable. It's so the outside world can get touched by that, what you find inside. And so the outside world can bring to you what you would truly find, appealing, what you would truly say, like, this is a happy life, even if that's, just meeting your person and starting a family. The Hermit says, time spent in peaceful meditation and meaningful solitude, shine your light as an example to others, seek out or become a spiritual mentor. Ooh, interesting. Self-discovery is the last thing it says. Shine your light as an example for others. You may be called, Group 1, to step into a path where you are inspiring other people just by being. And I have this girl on social media. I'm always looking at her page. I find her fascinating. She's like my hero. Nah, ain't that serious. But I just love her and I love her content. And she's that person for me. And you guys, are being called to be that person for other people, that person that is so far in their embodiment that people are touched, transformed, and inspired. And I feel like you've been trying to go about that just the logical way. Like, okay, I'm going to inspire people by, getting this degree, or I'm going to inspire people by having this type of home or living situation or this type of job, making this type of money. But Spirit is like, it's so much deeper than that. And that's where Spirit is trying to call you into that deeper, even deeper level of resonance. And I keep hearing experience, like Spirit really wants you to experience so much better. We have the 5 of water, and I really feel like this stems from you never, it's like even when you do finally have that moment where everyone is impressed because you've accomplished something or you've done something, it still doesn't feel like living to you. It still doesn't feel good. But at least it's something. So then you end up in that same cycle again, going towards the next accomplishment, that will impress people or make you feel like you've done it. But Spirit is like, let's go even further here. This one says, focusing on the negative, things not turning out the way you anticipated, forgiveness of self or others. Everything happens for a reason, and looking for the hidden blessings. So I feel like you guys feel like you should kind of be paid back and you should be reaping rewards for everything that you've invested. But the message that I get is Spirit saying, like, you've known for years that the life you've been going for hasn't resonated with you, and you've still leaned into that and, accepted that. So there is no payback. It's kind of a choice at that point, you know. Not to say that you won't receive any rewards for anything that you've invested in the past, but Spirit is saying a lot of that was self. So let's just move past it and do what we can with the life we do have. We have the Six of Wands in reverse. There may even be a fear of failure or a fear of not being seen the way that you want to be seen. Five of Wands in reverse as well. It takes a lot of your energy to embody. Some of you guys would rather just kind of disappear and live a life like solely for you and be a hermit, but it's not from a good space. Like, you want to go into hermit mode to go deeper, not to hide or not out of shame. So Spirit is like, you know, trying to get you back on course, but you guys are really fighting against the grain. We have the Justice card in reverse in the Tower. Spirit is saying it's already unbalanced. Things are already unfair. Let me come in and fix it for you. But if I'm going to fix it for you, everything is going to be dismantled and we're going to start again. And some of you may have a fear of starting over or feeling like you, Six of Wands in reverse, like you lost, or, you know, feeling like you're just not getting the return, the proper return on your investment. It does feel like a loss in some way. It feels like you've experienced a loss, Group 1, and Spirit is trying to get you to move past it and to take certain things from it. But yeah, we have the Devil and the Two of Wands. It's like, are you going to choose? Which path are you going to choose? Like, are you going to choose to dig your heels in and say, like, it's like Stockholm Syndrome. Like, you've invested so much so you can't stop investing in something even though it's draining you, even though it's tanking, because you want to reap that reward for that initial investment. But what you may have seen, Group 1, honestly, as an investment wasn't. For some of you, it really was like you being hard-headed a little bit, or, you know, choosing to do something when Spirit's, you know, been trying to guide you in another direction. And that's okay. But you know, we have the Devil and the Two of Wands. That just represents like a really hard decision to be made with the Devil. It's kind of like your mind keeps calling you to see things the worst, whereas Spirit is trying to initiate you into higher realms, into the best, into what would actually feel like success. But because that requires further investment or a pivoting or admitting that maybe you were wrong or you stayed somewhere too long, or, you know, whatever it is for you. It could be taking responsibility. It's just hard for you to commit. It's hard for you to make this decision. We also have the Ten of Pentacles and the Prince of Pentacles in reverse. So you may be really struggling because the signs and signals you're getting from the universe aren't clear enough. Spirit is saying that's why I tried to get them interested in symbology, but they haven't picked up that book. If somebody has a symbology book, Spirit really wants you to pick it up and look into it, because Spirit's like, you wouldn't need to look at articles and angel number meanings and da-da-da-da if you had done that work before. So Spirit is really being kind of straight up with this one. And then we have the Seven of Wands. So it could be full steam ahead, but I feel like you guys are tired. Honestly, the best thing I feel for you, Group 1, would be to take a break first, to take like a 2-week period where you literally just cleanse your energy, relax, chill, and plan. Like, this is my new diet. This is my new habits. This is what I'm going to do moving forward. This is the risk that I'm going to take. These are the ways that I'm going to change. And I feel like that's the best way to go about it. Looking at, okay, what is it that I currently do? And what can I do instead of doing that? Counterintuitive things. So like, say you like to, you know, smoke every night before bed. Or say you like to smoke every morning as a better example, because it like, maybe it makes you tired and it throws off your mood, but also it feels good to be subdued first thing in the morning. So you smoke every morning. That would be like, okay, instead of that, let me drink some lavender chamomile tea. Let me get a little bit of that feeling of being decompressed, of being relaxed without completely altering my state of mind. Just as an example, whatever counterintuitive thing you've been doing or whatever it is that you've been committing to, looking at it straight up and saying, what can I do instead of that? So if you have something that's costing you money and it's just like a money pit, what can I do instead of investing in that? What could I focus on instead? What can I, get into, just going from there. We have the Five of Swords in reverse, Princess of Swords in reverse, and the King of Cups in reverse. Some of you King of Cups in reverse may feel manipulated or lied to, and I don't doubt that you were, to be honest, especially how Spirit's coming in with the Tower, specifically coming in with the Justice card in reverse. There were things working against you straight up. There were things working against you, and if anyone has a reason to say like, I'm not going to keep going or I'm not going to do XYZ, I could say like, this is one of the piles where it's like, I could see where some things have been done to them. King of Cups in reverse usually represents like a manipulation, a manipulative person, a manipulative boss or parents. And then Justice in reverse, that's some sort of injustice. So I could say, yeah, I can see where things have been done to you, but this may not be the season, to be honest, that you're getting paid back for it, because you can only get paid back for it in a certain space. So Spirit's trying to get you to that certain space first by experiencing deeper levels of embodiment so that you can get to where you do have the right environment to pop off. We have the Happy News card, which I love. Your prayer is answered in a creative way. So look for a sign. There will be a sign or some sort of happy news coming in. And then we have the Vision Board card. Create a board with images and words that inspire you is what it says. So that would really help you. And I was feeling that as well with the gorilla. Like, it's important to plan when you're in a position of leadership. And then I believe it was the Hawk card. Or maybe it was the Zebra card. One of them was talking about envisioning the life that you want. So this would be a great time to do a vision board, group 1. That is what I have for you. That is the message that was meant to find you. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose group 2 with the clear quartz, this is the message that was meant to find you. This message has been trying to be communicated to you through your guides, through your higher self. Spirit for group 2. Group 2 with the clear quartz. Show me the message meant to find them. Ooh, I think you guys may be taking the opportunities coming towards you too literally, or looking at them as like the thing. I feel like you guys, when it comes to opportunities, you may want it to be like the opportunity. Like, say you wanted to be a beauty guru, a beauty influencer. It's like, if it ain't Morphe hitting you up, if it's Target talking about, hey, you want to run this ad, you ain't going for it. Like, I'm looking for Morphe. It's just giving me an energy. Okay, let me read the card and you'll see what I'm talking about. It says, failing to recognize a magical opportunity, missing the point, the distractions of daily life, discontentment or boredom, lost in your own world, wake up. So the Four of Cups always has that extra cup coming from Spirit, the sky, the ethers, in this case an angel, representing like there is something being offered to you, but you're so worried about what you've already invested or what you've already lost that it's hard for you to be open to another cup, another opportunity. And that's why I was saying before, I feel like you guys may be taking your opportunities too literally or wholly. Like if it's not the full Monty, if it's not everything that I'm looking for, you may be rejecting it. So just be mindful of that. That won't be everyone's message, but I do feel like for a lot of you, that is something coming through here, Spirit. For group 2, we have the Six of Cups and the Page of Fire. The Page of Fire, new opportunities. The Six of Cups, I feel like this freaky energy where it's like past meets future and you're in the middle, and it's like you got to make a decision. Like, okay, are you going to make a choice from your past self or from the version of you that you want to be, from your quantum self, your future self? The Page of Fire says enthusiastic, optimistic, creative, but impatient. The news of exciting opportunities, allowing your creativity to soar, do things that fuel your passions and finish what you start. There may be something that which is so funny because the Six of Cups is actually what gave me like the past energy, but it's funny that this card is talking about it too, where it's kind of like there's some past stuff going on here and future stuff going on. If there is a project that you have abandoned, if you know that it was in your best interest to abandon it, then keep it. Leave it in the past. But for those of you where it's like there's a past creative project or something, I get this energy where some of you have new ideas come to you or new things that you're excited about. You may even invest in them. You may buy like, supplies so that you can do whatever it is that you've been feeling like you want to get into creatively, whatever it is you want to do. But by the time they get delivered to you, you're on to the next thing. You're excited about something else, and something, got left in the past. Spirit is saying, I'm trying to stir your creative energy. Not necessarily, though, because art that you're going to create, for an example, is the thing that's going to make you a millionaire. So it's like you have a dream or a goal. Like I want to say, for an example, I want to be a millionaire. And you're like, Spirit, bring me the revelation of how, show me the steps. How do I get from point A to point, A to Z? And Spirit's like putting this on your spirit, get this art or do this thing or pursue this craft or finish that project. And you're not doing it because it's not the whole package. It's not the $1 million. And it's like, you don't see it if you're short-sighted, but what I can see is that's for a reason. Like Spirit's trying to stimulate that creative energy. And it's so crazy because this energy, looking at it from a higher perspective, like as a reader detached, so I don't have my emotions in it, so I can just see it for what it is, I could totally see that. Spirit's like, how do you expect to get this big ass download on how you're going to be a millionaire if you won't even let me stimulate your crown chakra? I could totally see how Spirit would be moving. I love being a reader, man. I get so much revelation doing these readings. But that's very, very deep. That's very deep. Spirit's like, I'm trying to stimulate your crown chakra and you're not even getting it. Like, you've been asking for XYZ and I'm trying to get you to do certain things that's going to get you there. But because you don't see that it's the opportunity that you've been asking for or looking for or the money or whatever, it's like you won't even go with what I'm telling you. And I'm like, Spirit's kind of feeling, I won't say Spirit's feeling stuck. I don't know that Spirit could ever get stuck. But when it comes to like progress with you, there is some sort of energy of hitting a wall, and Four of Cups ignoring that opportunity or that offer of this additional cup, this additional help. It's like Spirit never said I was like, listen, obviously you're going to get from A to Z, but Spirit didn't say I'm a quantum leap you from A to Z. Spirit may be giving you, the next step, B, and then C, and so on and so forth. Okay, so the Six of Water, it says childhood or children, revisiting old dreams or plans, embracing your inner child, the return of people or romances from your past, and romanticizing how things used to be. So you guys may be on your Drake shit, getting stuck on the past, doing a lot of reminiscing, feeling like it's so interesting because it's like you're almost limerent over your past, whereas some of you weren't even happy in your past. But you look at old pictures of yourself, like I wish I could go back there, when you at that time may have been like crying for more, crying to get out of that space. So some of you are almost like having this magical thinking towards a past version of yourself, but it's gone so far that that didn't even happen. That version of you didn't even exist. You weren't on top of the moon there. Doesn't mean you were depressed and wanted to get out of that current space, but Spirit. We have the dragonfly. That may be a spirit animal for some of you as well. It says beauty, versatility, and spontaneity, or versatility and spontaneity. You're being guided to put yourself in the spotlight. You are beautiful in countless ways, and your soul shines brightly. You possess a unique, vibrant personality and great versatility. Utilize these qualities to create a life of passion, purpose, and joy. You guys, I've been loving this affirmation. My existence pays for itself, and I get paid to exist. I love that affirmation because the more I've been affirming that, it's seriously been happening, where it's like my existence pays for itself. And if you can accept that you'll be in a pocket of being taken care of versus all the way at that Z mark, you will be more present in the moment and more happy in the present moment. Actually experiencing things. We have the rabbit. So there's two spirit animals coming out. Like this one talked about spontaneity. And then the rabbit, of course, is like symbolizing like kind of jumping on something, hopping to it. Opportunity, birth, and creativity. It says you're being guided to clean out your mental closet and release emotional baggage. Find your inner child and design life your way. Open your eyes, mind, and heart to the opportunities around you and stay in the spot long enough to appreciate the moment. So I feel like you guys may be overstimulated, or you may have too many ideas, and Spirit just wants you to create a habit of picking one idea and committing to it. So write down all of your different interests at this time, and then pick one and see it all the way through. And then by the time it's, time to go on to the next project, you'll be able to go to that same list and keep going from there. And that will keep a flow of energy around you that can be used and channeled towards money, towards whatever it is that you're looking for at the time. We have the unicorn with purity, wisdom, and action. I really do feel like you guys are special. That I keep getting these spirit animals that have these like super spiritual contexts. There's something special about your energy. There's something special about you, and Spirit really wants other people to see it. I'm hearing need. People need to see it. And it's not even like, oh, on social media or on a mass scale, just in your life. People need to, like, man, it's such a blessing. Like, you are an angel. You could be. I had this conversation with my mom, and I know my mom through and through. Like, okay, listen, she's a super religious woman. She is an ordained missionary. It is what it is. But I was telling her, like, Mom, listen, I know you want me in the church. I know that you really feel like being in the church is where salvation is, but not everybody lives their life in the church. And I have been saved by angels living my life. Certain like those bathroom pep talks, those bathroom like, you ever been drunk in the club and it's like, well, I guess this is a girl thing. This definitely happens all the time in girls' bathrooms, but it's like you could have a whole therapy session, a whole healing session. People will even like check for you. Like, are you okay? Like, do you want me to call an Uber for you and help you skirt out the back? Because you look uncomfortable. Like, I have been saved and experienced healing in a bathroom of a dirty club. So healing can be found everywhere. Everybody has something to give. And I feel like we forget that because we associate greatness with being in a certain position, being an entertainer, making a certain amount of money, being in a certain place, whether that's a church or having a platform or having this and this and that. But the real angels are out here. So you could literally get paid to exist, group 2. You could literally be serving a huge purpose just living your life because that one conversation that you could have with someone could save their life. And what could compare? What bigger impact could you have than literally saving a life? I get so passionate because it's like, I hate when people feel like boxed in, like they don't matter or they can't pursue certain things because it doesn't it's not universally recognized as a great thing. Like, F that. Like, you have purpose. So anyways, okay. I gotta stay on track. You're being guided to have faith in yourself, your knowledge you possess, in the magic of the universe. You are where you are supposed to be. Feel your way through each segment of your life. You will clearly see what your next move is and take action. Big results are the ripple effect of inspired action. So Spirit is trying to inspire you, to introduce you to new things, to lead you into further levels of embodiment. Spirit, we have the Princess of Swords and the Magician. Wow. You know a lot more than you think. And also, Princess of Swords is kind of like it girl energy. It's like you have the freedom to do whatever you want, and your existence literally pays for itself. It's like it's not about knowing. It's just, you just have that it quality. You're magical. You're in the right position. Like, it doesn't make sense. And that's why we have a term for it, it girl. Because it's like, we can't exactly describe this person. They're not necessarily an entertainer. They're not necessarily someone with a talent. They just got it. You know, they just got it. So we can't even find a word to describe what this energy is. And you just have it, group 2. So whatever you decide to do, it's going to be okay. We have the Prince or the Knight of Swords here as well. We got the Princess of Swords and the Knight of Swords. So a lot of sword energy coming through, a lot of communication. And I also feel like for some of you, this is about your voice. We have the Five of Cups. You may have experienced, you may have experiences to share as well. And also, people will be healed just by your friendship and your presence. It reminds me of this video of Shia LaBeouf, and he was talking about how he was at some sort of rehab situation, and there was like the final day, and everyone's family came, and no one showed up for him. Not a friend, not a family, and this dude's famous. Like, damn. But a director that he had been, working on a project with, she came, and she was, so excited for him, and he was just talking about how that really kind of changed his life. He was getting teared up in the video, and he's like, there's so much ministry in presence. Like, the ministry of presence is so overlooked because people are always trying to serve some purpose. Like, you are not an item that I can pick up at Walmart and just purchase and put in position. So stop allowing people to treat you like you are. Like you guys, I'm feeling so preachy for your pile. I really just want to start going in, but I'm gonna resist. But I just want to, like, if I was your mom, I would pick your I would ying you up and be like, if you don't get here and get in position so you can get this million, so you can get this life you deserve, don't get your yeah, and also I'm feeling foresight with all this sword energy. Like, you don't need the foresight. You don't need to see it. You are it with the Magician. You have power. You are the it girl, the it boy, that person. Sorry if anything has moved around. I had to change the battery. The battery was about to die. We have the Strength card and the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So I feel like you guys are really doubting yourself at this time. Knight of Pentacles in reverse with the Strength card. That's like, I don't want to make the investment because I don't think I have enough energy to support it. I don't feel like I can take another disappointment or another rejection. But this path does take full surrender. And I feel like that's really the origin of the struggle. Like, it's really about vulnerability. It's not even about the content you want to create or what you want to do, where you want to move, where you want to live, what you want to do with your life. It's not even about that. It's just the vulnerability aspect that's really getting you. We have the Ten of Wands in reverse and the Two of Cups in reverse. There's a lot of fear around you at this time, group 2. Well, we have the King of Cups and the Three of Swords in reverse. So Spirit is making you a promise. Spirit is saying, Listen, King of Cups, okay? So that's emotional intelligence. It's the masculine polarity of the Cups element. So yeah, your heart is in it, but it's emotional intelligence because it's the King of Cups. So Spirit is saying, I'm not telling you to throw caution to the wind. Like, I'm not telling you to literally throw away everything, you know, that you've worked for and make some sort of like obviously risky decision. Like, just because, you know, God's got your back, that doesn't mean like go to the nearest and, you know, the nearest bridge and see if the water's cold. But I do feel Spirit really trying to get you to be vulnerable enough to see, vulnerable enough to experience, to take not a actual risky risk, but what feels like a risk because it requires vulnerability, which is the true risk for you. It's not that Spirit is calling you to do something that will totally throw your life into chaos, but Spirit is calling you to be vulnerable. And then we have exceeding expectations. So I see things going significantly better than you even thought they would have. And I see you being relieved that you leaned into what Spirit was guiding you to do. We also have this Make a Difference card. I feel this energy super strongly with you, group 2. I definitely feel like you're meant to be, you're a unicorn in some way. And I don't want to generalize and say, oh, you're meant to be an entertainer or someone who's spiritual, someone who da-da-da-da-da. Because that's what this reading has been all about. Like, it's not about the logical. Your existence pays for itself. You could be an angel. You can be a spiritualist without a YouTube channel, without an online presence, without any of that. And we have soaring into joy. So I definitely see that Spirit wants more happy and exciting opportunities for you. Spirit wants you to experience true happiness and joy. Spirit, advice for group 2. What advice do they need? That's very interesting. We got open your heart to love, and we did have that 2 of Cups in reverse. So this could be about dating. We had the 6 of Cups, a lot of Cups energy actually. 4 of Water, 6 of Water. This is a non-traditional tarot deck, but that's the 6 of Cups and the 4 of Cups. We have open your heart to love and stay true to yourself. Open your heart to love says the more you open your heart and pour your love into your creations, the greater the life force energy you have. So that's exactly what I'm feeling. Like Spirit's trying to get you to open your heart up, not so you can, you know, be vulnerable and have another romantic relationship. If you know that you're good off of that and you want to take a break, take your break, be good off it. But Spirit is trying to stir your heart chakra, which is not only dedicated to people outside of you, but also to you. It's a center of energy that you deserve to benefit from, just like everyone else does. And to be honest, you should benefit from it more than anyone else. And Spirit is trying to stir your heart, to stir the energy around you so that it can multiply and have chain reactions and other even better things can come into your life. And then we have stay true to yourself. It says, do not compromise or water down your ideas. Listen to, trust, and follow your inner voice. So another nod to authenticity and further embodiment. That is what I have for you, group 2, as the message you need to hear. This message was meant to find you. My Etsy shop is in the description if you'd like a private tarot reading or anything else. That is where you can find me. But that is what I have for you today. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose group 3 with the citrine crystal point, this message was meant to find you. We're using the Animal Totem Tarot for you today, group 3. And we are going to see what Spirit, your higher self, has been trying to communicate to you. What message do you need to hear at this time, Spirit? This is for group 3. Show me the message meant to find them. Okay, I'm going to put the kangaroo back because I honestly kind of flicked it out. It didn't fall all the way out on its own. Oof. If it's meant to be, it'll come out again. But I was not feeling that was the card Spirit wanted for you. It kind of just got flicked out with the first card. Ooh, we got a lot of felines that came out for you. We have the cheetah and the tiger. So something, I feel like time is really of the essence. Hummingbird is also giving me heavy spring vibes. Like time is of the essence. Okay, the tiger, courageous, dynamic, and inner strength. You are being guided to begin on a new journey, one that is exciting and purpose-driven. You have everything that you need to confront adversity and turn it into opportunity. Fiercely pursue what you desire. You are an amazing life force with limitless potential. I really do feel like this is the time to strike, you guys. I feel like this is the time, the season that you've been waiting for to really pop off, to really get to the next level, to make that move, to take that risk. We have the cheetah with focus, clarity, and speed. It says you're being guided to be mindful and to value yourself and others. Strategize your days, be patient, take calculated risks, and take action towards your heart's desires. You have what you need to change your life and become the best version of you. So Spirit is like, we don't need to wait till tomorrow. There is no better time. This is the time. This is the time to spring forward. This is the time to go. We got the hummingbird and the bear. The hummingbird, confidence, motion, and adventure. It says you are being guided to be grateful of the many relationships in your life, including the one that you have with yourself. You possess the power to attract positive change into your life. Expand and stretch yourself in new ways. Love yourself unconditionally, and the world will do the same. I feel this energy for you, Group 3, of really trying to find your thing. And it's like whatever that you're being called to do now, it doesn't feel like exactly your thing. It feels like something to do, but it feels like something to do now. And I feel like you guys have really been craving stability. Spirit is saying you're going to find stability in your routine. As you create your routine and you do that every day and you get used to doing that every day, it's going to have ripple effects in the universe that's going to bring you more stability. So start with creating a daily routine. And then we have the bear card here with unconditional love, playfulness, and protectiveness. It says you are being guided to enjoy yourself and others, to create balance in your life and follow your truths. You will intuitively know when and how to take inspired action, and you have immersed inner wisdom and physical strength. I don't feel like what you're being called to do is necessarily the thing, though. I do feel like it's a step. And if you look at it that way, instead of like, okay, say you've been saying, I want to be a millionaire. So a millionaire is Z, and right now you're at A, and you're like, Spirit, get me from A to Z. So it's like Spirit may be calling you to create a daily routine. And Spirit, you're like, Spirit, creating a daily routine is not, give me the damn side hustle. Give me the information. Show me what's going to get me to the money. Do not tell me to create a daily routine. And the part that you're missing is how Spirit is going to come in and bring you a miracle. The part that you're missing is this step, this thing Spirit is calling you to do is putting you at the right place at the right time to get to step C. Then, so on and so forth. So Spirit is really wanting you not to get hung up on, is this the $1 million idea? Or is this the opportunity that's going to allow me to embody what I want for my life? Steps. And also other people are going to have to help you. We have the wise counselor that just came out. This would be a good time to get like some sort of game plan with someone that you trust. Like a spiritual coach, but like it can just be really tricky, okay? Listen, go to me and get a reading, because I'm not going to do you wrong. I'm not going to play in your face. I'm not going to lie to you, and I'm not going to waste your time, and I give actionables. But if you do have anyone else that you know that you do trust, go to them seek out their spiritual counsel and have them make you a roadmap. Have them give you more insight on what A to Z looks like. This would be a good time to have someone you can meet up with every other week or every week, every month, however often you need it, that can hold you accountable, that can help you with the next steps. We have the Chariot and the Wheel. The Chariot says rewards coming true from hard work, successfully balancing many priorities at once, and determination and willpower. Public recognition is the last thing that it says. So you're going to get what it is that you're looking for out of life. But you got to be willing to dance with the universe. You got to be willing to go from A to B versus A to Z. You want it all now. You have so many ideas now. And it's like every time you ask, Spirit will point you in a new direction or point you to something. And because you don't see that as like, oh, the thing that's going to get you like where you want to be, you may not follow through and do it. So like I said, I really feel like you would benefit from having like an accountability coach. We also have the Wheel here. It says a fresh new start, the end of delays, sudden and unexpected changes, a very positive change in your life, travel, or a new vehicle. So if you've been really needing a car, listen, you better get yourself to the right place at the right time. You better, fall in line with what Spirit is trying to show you and where Spirit is trying to lead you, because Spirit is like, listen, you could have a new car by the end of the week if you follow what I'm telling you, but you're not putting yourself in the right place at the right time because it doesn't seem to be what you need. Like, say Spirit is really calling you to go to a bookstore. So you go to the bookstore, you sit in the cafe, and then you meet someone. You guys start having conversation, and then they're telling you about this car that they have. It's an amazing condition. They just want to get it off their hands, so they'll sell it for $500, but it's like an amazing, reliable car that has 10 years in it. And because you didn't see that Spirit was giving you the keys or leading you to a dealer, you didn't follow that intuitive nudge because it didn't make sense. Like, Spirit, I need a car. I'm not going to lollygag at the bookstore. But Spirit's like, you don't have that bird's eye perspective, so you can't see it. But if you don't move, I can't move. That's the energy I get from Spirit. Like, I can't move in your life if you're not moving, if you're not following through on my nudges, on what I'm showing you and telling you. The Wise Counselor, it says unity with a spiritually minded community. It says ask for divine help and trust that the answers will come. Compare traditional methods with new ideas and see what's best for you. Your manifestation technique may be getting a little stale and may not really be working for you anymore. So I'm also seeing for you, Group 3, a new method of manifestation emerging. And it may not make sense. It may not be traditional, but it's for you and it's going to work. Like last summer, I had like the most terrible day of my life and I just felt terrible. And Spirit was like, go to the beach. And I didn't want to go to the beach because I'm like, no, Spirit, like I have too much stuff to do. It's not even sunny out. Like, Spirit, I'm not doing this. But I went, and then the sun ended up coming out, and it was a beautiful good day to go on the beach, and it completely turned around my mood. And for me, I used to really struggle with mood regulation, and I was more susceptible to bouts of like super, super just low moods and dark thoughts and all of that. And I had to be vulnerable and listen to what Spirit was telling me to get out of that space. But it was hard at first. It was hard to do things like Spirit had me burn a candle for someone that I didn't even know, like literally someone that I just saw online. Spirit's like, burn this candle for them. They need this. And I did it. And then I got another reward the next week. But it's like, if I never followed that, like, I ain't finna use listen, Spirit, materials are not free. Okay, these candles are not free. This is for my business. This is a business, Spirit. If I would have came at Spirit with that like 3D mindset, I would not be where I am. So Spirit is really trying to get you to lean into the steps and direction that you're being given. We got the Page of Air. I didn't read this one. It says logical, perceptive, insightful, and blunt, an exciting intellectual challenge, And this is an intellectual challenge because your logical mind will give you every reason why you should not follow your spiritual mind, your spiritual aspect of yourself. It says information that you need but might be challenging to receive. It says review all documents very carefully. And I feel that in a spiritual sense as well. Review all documents very carefully. For you, I feel like if there's a new trend or something that everyone's doing or telling you to do, make sure you really research, like, what is this actually doing? Or what is this religion that this is falling under, or spiritual aspect, spiritual practice? So many people be doing spiritual practices that like aren't in alignment with them at all. And so it completely implodes. So review all documents or new information. Review it very carefully at this time. And then, it said information that you might need but may be challenging to receive. I feel that energy so strongly. We have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Three of Pentacles is a card of working with the higher power, spirit, the divine, and manifesting and surrendering. And we have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. You guys would actually rather just put money in the right space at this time. You may have money coming towards you, or you may be ready to go all in and invest in something, but Spirit's just not giving you like that $1 million idea. So it's like you're looking at things online and you're like, well, maybe I should just get an Airbnb. No, way too saturated now. You're not going to make any money. Someone's going to make money, but it ain't going to, listen, it ain't going to be you in Ohio. I'm sorry. It's just not. So we have the, Four of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles in reverse. Spirit is like, listen, those ideas, I know everybody's doing it right now, and it seems like, that's really the thing to do, but that's not going to pop for you specifically. So Spirit is trying to put you in alignment with what's for you, but we have the Ace of Swords in reverse, Seven of Cups in reverse. You really do, want things like kind of your way or the highway right now. Four of Pentacles in reverse, not wanting to invest in anything unless you get a guarantee that this is the thing, that's going to bring you the abundance you've been waiting for. We had some cards that fell down. I just put them back in the deck, but I want to look first. Spirit, for group 3, what is the message meant to find them? We have the King of Cups. Spirit is like, let me guide you. We have the, ooh, no, I'm not saying that. Spirit is like, you won't even let me lead you. How you think a man's going to lead you? Listen, that was a message for a very specific person. Don't shoot the messenger, okay? I did not even want to say that, but I'm sorry. Okay, listen. If the shoe doesn't fit, don't wear it. We have the King of Cups and the Fool card here. So Spirit is saying the masculine energy I'm trying to put in your life right now is me. I'm trying to be in your heart. I'm trying to be in your mind. I'm trying to fill you up completely so that it's impossible for anything out of alignment to be attracted to you, because you are so holy and clean and committed to the process. And I'm not talking about some moral BS, from a book. I'm talking like straight up connection with the source is what Spirit is trying to have happen. Spirit's trying to connect with you. We have the Chariot in reverse and the Tower in reverse, which is funny because we got the Chariot from the second deck, which is a non-traditional tarot deck. And I feel like you guys are afraid to let go because you don't want to end up disappointed. Or with the Tower in reverse, it's like, I want to have control. Control is a huge deal in your spread today, group 3. It feels like control is the thing that is keeping you stuck, because it's not that you're not willing to move forward. It's that you're not willing to move forward unless it's your way or unless it's comfortable. We have the Star that just wanted to jump out, but it didn't fall out all the way. It's like, yeah, there's all the potential in the world behind you, but you may kind of block it. We have the Page of Wands in reverse. It's like you may be in an energy where it's like, I'm not going to choose anything. You may even be self-sabotaging, overspending, hitting up people that aren't good for you. Like you may be doing things that are very self-sabotaging. talking to certain people, putting yourself in certain places. We have the Three of Cups. You may be doing a lot of partying. There may be something here with like substances as well. Overindulging in substances, making it hard for you to have the energy you need to work out, to work, to live your life. We have faith with humanity and benevolence. It says stay calm, trust in the good in yourself and others, see the light in the world. Spirit is really calling you to have faith at this time. Spirit for group 3. We have Bridget with inner strength. Spirit's like, have faith in me, have faith in yourself. It says move back to wholeness. Holy, that's crazy. I've been saying that this whole spread, like if it's not the whole thing, you may not want to take it. Recognize that you have the power. So your Spirit is kind of saying like, if there's anything or anyone blocking you at this time, at this point, it would be moving back to you. We have Horus with cosmic gateway. It says your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. Horus with the cosmic gateway is like 1111 energy. You may be seeing a lot of 1111. But there is opportunity around you, but I feel like you may really be struggling to anchor yourself at this time, to ground, to see things clearly enough to where you can commit to it. I mean, if you spend, last year not making any progress, it's like you might as well give yourself one more year to try this. And if it doesn't work out after a year, then it's like, okay, fine. You gave it as much time as you gave, the years of self-sabotage, the years of being in places you shouldn't have been in, or, doing things that weren't in alignment with you. At least you gave it the same that you gave, the things that didn't get you further. If that's the way that you have to look at it, if that's what's going to give you the confirmation in your spirit to give yourself more grace and to allow yourself to take some time for you to really get right, let's do it. We have detox time. It says release toxins from your body, mind, and diet. Spirit is calling you to cut out content at this time and to reduce your screen time, specifically on TikTok for some of you. But for the rest of you, it could be detoxing the body as well, of course, the diet, but mainly the mind, I feel, with that one. And then we have share your art with the world. It says it's time to allow others to enjoy your creative work. So Spirit is trying to step you into further levels of creativity and also sharing that creativity and showing people like, this is my art, this is what I have to offer, and letting other people consume that. That is what I have for you, group 3. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you'd like a private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. But that is what I have for you today. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose group 4 with the Obsidian Crystal Point and the Witch's Tarot, this is the message that was meant to find you. This is what Spirit has been trying to communicate to you. Your guides, your higher self. This is the message you need to hear. This is the direction Spirit has for you at this time. Spirit, for group 4. What is the message that was meant to find them? What do they need to know at this time? Spirit said put this one back. What are the messages they need to know at this time? For group 4. Okay, let's see what we got. We got the unicorn, the elk, and the elephant. I'm definitely getting strong level up energy and also strong quantum leap energy. It's like heavy is the head that wears the crown. And some of you guys are at the gate, you're at the portal. You're in this position where you want to move forward, but you can already feel the intensity of what would be required of you, and you're having a little bit of cold feet here. Like, say you've been trying to be an influencer and you finally had something that went viral, or you have something that's going viral soon. It's like when that's happening, even though you had wanted for so long, months, years, to be an influencer, once you're finally going viral, it's like, ooh, this is a lot of responsibility. Now I have all these people, all eyes on me, looking at me for direction, inspiration, and that's a lot. That's the energy I feel. I feel like you guys are getting or have gotten a taste of success, and you want to pivot. You feel like it's not what it is that you thought you wanted, and you want to pivot. But at this point, it's like maybe you've made an investment, or there's like a universal respect for what it is you would be doing. So you don't want to let that go because it makes you feel like, well, who am I then if I don't have this? It's right in front of me. I can have it now. I can really embody this. So there's a lot going on. Okay, so the unicorn, purity, wisdom, and action. It says you are being guided to have faith in yourself and the knowledge you possess and the magic of the universe. You are where you're supposed to be. Feel your way through each segment of your life. You will clearly see your next move and take action. Big results are the ripple effect of inspired action. So Spirit is saying, listen, I'm inspiring you. I'm putting you in the right place at the right time for a reason. Keep going. We have the elk with stamina, awareness, and tenacity. It says you're being guided to keep your eyes, mind, and heart on your desires. Marshal your power to follow through Marshal your power to follow through and break free from discomfort. Essentially meaning channeling your energy, your chi. Channeling your energy and keeping it unblocked, flowing through your body seamlessly. So you can channel that towards your next output, your next project. Expand and stretch yourself in ways you never thought possible. You're a teacher and a student of life. Expand and stretch yourself. When I read that, I saw as someone taking a pole class. So you may be called to some sort of pole, rock climbing, yoga, some sort of like physically challenging activity. And I feel like that's definitely to let off some steam, not steam, but to let off some of this energy, because you have so much creative energy in you right now and you just want to express it. And Spirit's like, okay, let's bring something in the schedule, in the routine, something new in that you can do where you can express this energy so that you don't end up expressing it in a way that's just like totally counterintuitive. And then we have the elephant, affectionate, intelligent, and physical strength, that says you are being guided to focus on the relationships in your life that bring you harmony, stability, opportunity, and unconditional love. There is no obstacle that can hinder you from forward movement. You possess limitless mental and physical strength. I feel like people are trying to bother you. People are trying to discourage you right now. And don't even take it personally, because it's not these people present in their body. I really do feel like it's some sort of like spiritual thing where someone may have a demon or like a lower level entity attached to them that is trying to convince you not to, see your full potential. Like, I don't even feel like it's this person really feeling like you don't deserve it, or really, trying to get in your way. We have the frog with impulse, adaptivity, and voice. It says you are being guided to jump over any obstacles and embrace the change in your life. Truth has an expiration date. And now is the time to speak your new truths, to show the world your voice and acknowledge your desires and leap with faith towards what matters to you. So another thing is you guys may be having a hard time embodying your new truths. I got this a little bit with group 1 as well, where it's like hard for you to commit to your new style or your new content or your new beliefs when it's like, dang, I've been working with these people for years, or I've been having the same people on social media for years. Like, I can't just put out, they know me in real life. I can't just put out, this and that, and they're going to clock me on it. So you may be struggling with imposter syndrome, but there is an expiration to truth. Truth is based on belief. And you have developed new beliefs now that you have had new experiences. And Spirit wants you to fearlessly be who you are today, not who you were yesterday. We have the 9 of Pentacles. You have such a solid foundation that you have built for yourself. There is room for opportunity in your life. There is room for new, but you have such a solid foundation built already. And that can hold a lot of you back. Oh, wow. But we got the 10 of water, which would be the 10 of cups in a traditional tarot deck. So Spirit is saying, but wait, there's more. But wait, there's even better. The 9 of earth says, enjoying the fruits of your labors, hard work that has led to a luxurious life, buying yourself something special, happily and successfully employed, and enjoying your solitude. So Spirit may be locking you in with a self-employment opportunity. And you may go into hermit mode after that, but I feel like everything is connected for you with this 10 of cups, because you may even be meeting your life partner, going into business with them, or meeting your life partner as you're starting your own solo opportunity, working for yourself. I love that. I'm like, yeah, Spirit, like that's the dream. A happy marriage, happily ever after, emotional contentment, a loving relationship with your children, raising children wisely and successfully, and people you can trust. So maybe you've been struggling with the thought of becoming a mom, becoming a dad, being responsible for another human life. Also just with the state of the world, it's like, listen, I used to want a big family, but I'm at a space where I don't even want no more kids. I don't, if I'm being honest. But that'll, grow and evolve. Just because it's like, this is not a world I can confidently say, like, yeah, I want to bring another being into. But all of my personal biases and beliefs aside, I do feel like Spirit is calling you into that for some of you, or Spirit is giving you the confirmation, like, listen, I will bless this for you. Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, it's tough out here, but I will make sure you have a successful relationship with your children if you choose to have them. And even if you just want to have your fur babies, your animals, living on your farm with the love of your life, like Spirit is saying, honestly, you guys are walking into just happier times and like true fulfillment. And I haven't gotten that message for any of the piles today. The piles have actually been like really rough, and I didn't expect to get the messages that I got, but your pile just feels so like, it feels like you are nestled in God's love and just being provided for. We have the 7 of earth. It says, seeds well planted, efforts or investments that will be rewarded in the future. The need for patience, a time for resting and planning for the future, and unnecessary worry. So you guys, and it makes sense, you're worried, feeling like I can see the way my life is going and it doesn't look very promising. But and that is a very human thing. So I even struggle with that. So I don't have like if I had the perfect solution, I would definitely put you on. But I don't know how to be completely worry-free. If I didn't have the coins to pay for my rent, which I haven't before, like I would be very worried. And luckily for me, Spirit has always come through and brought in some sort of miracle. But in those times, it's like the most emotionally dysregulating. Money is so triggering. Like if you don't have enough money, I'm telling you, like it's so triggering. But Spirit has your back, and Spirit really is taking care of you, group 4. And like I said, I did not get that message for any of the other piles. Spirit was really giving out tough love today. And we have the 6 of fire. It says victory, wise choices that bring public recognition and success, promotions, awards, and scholarships. So if you've been, trying to reach some sort of public recognition, I do see that as well. And I did feel that energy with the unicorn. And also there's just kind of that energy in your spread in general, being that Spirit is really kind of getting you ready to embody something or embark on something new. Which for you seems like self-employment and marriage. I feel like that's the era or the direction that Spirit is guiding you in. Spirit, what else can you tell me for group 4? What did they need to know? We have the 9 of cups in reverse and the Knight of Wands. So you guys are used to constantly being on go. It's so interesting how Spirit is like, coming at you with this 9 of earth energy, like financial stability. But you don't feel that way at all with the 9 of cups in reverse. It's like emotional instability. 9 of wands, you're used to psyching yourself out and getting yourself ready to just go. You're constantly on go. So it is hard for you to sit and receive and to be open and available to the messages and signs and signals, to the next steps that Spirit's giving you, but also to the abundance and the reward for your investments. We have the King of Wands that just came out as well. So there may be a fire sign coming towards you trying to take care of you. And the 8 of Wands, oh my God, you guys are getting so much wand energy, so much fire energy. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries energy. We have the Ace of Cups, which would be self-love, fabulous, and also just your cup overflowing, like you being full, you being whole, you really feeling like you're living a whole life, feeling genuinely happy, uncoerced. Like it's not like, oh, I finally had a good day, so I feel good. I'm optimistic because I just had a good experience. It's like, nah, I'm living a happy, full Ace of Cups, well provided for, King of Wands, Knight of Wands, 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Earth life. We have the 4 of Swords. Spirit is really trying to get you to slow down and reflect at this time, and also to do some like spiritual housekeeping, cleansing your energy, taking that spiritual bath, but relaxing, not so you can just like take a load off, but so you can clear your energy so that the new can come in. See, you're in a phase, and because of your perspective, you're looking at it like, oh, Knight of Wands, that's what I'm used to, but 9 of Cups in reverse, Spirit is just trying to count me out. Things seem so hard for me right now. I can't pop. Spirit's acting like I'm not that girl. I'm not that, Spirit's acting like I can't do it. Like, I'm getting counted out. And it's like, you don't even know that Spirit is just sitting you down to prepare you for someone else, King of Wands, to come through and take care of you. Spirit is trying to get you to get used to relaxing so that once, you don't have these responsibilities. It's just so funny because I was feeling self-employment. That may be as a result of a marriage. You may be able to have your own course or your own, items that you sell or whatever, because you don't have to work because of a romantic situation. Spirit is not at all trying to count you out. Spirit is trying to get you to sit, to pause, so that what you really want can be brought in. Spirit's like, you don't even know you're holding up your future. Page of Wands in reverse, not being open to a new experience or opportunity, is just blocking you, world in reverse, from having your full circle moment. And we have the High Priest. Spirit's really been trying to get you to tap into your higher self, to tap into your wisdom, to tap into your trust, so that you can be grounded for long enough to see clearly and see how Spirit is really trying to move in your life. We have the Page of Swords and the Emperor. Spirit is trying to bring in I need a big boy. Spirit is trying to bring in some serious masculine energy, like a whole zaddy into your life, because it's like Knight of Wands, yeah, you're a whole being. Like, for an example, if you identify as divine feminine or a woman, you being in a Knight of Wands energy would be more of your masculine polarity, which we all have the masculine and feminine polarity. But Spirit's like, I'm trying to bring in the King of Wands, like that divine masculine, okay, that Emperor. And all I need you to do, Page of Swords, is follow instructions. But you're being hard-headed, group 4, you are. No, not all of you are being hard-headed, but Spirit is saying, I know you can't see it, and that's totally fair, but I really am I really am on your side, and there really are brighter days ahead. Positive changes coming through. We have Green Tara with Supreme Protection. Some of you guys, it's just like, listen, it's hard when all you know is to work, when all you know is to do and to take action. It's hard to completely change. But Spirit is just like, trust me, trust me. Green Tara with Supreme Protection says, you are protected. Cords are being cut. Move beyond limitation and trust. You may want to do a cord cutting ritual. If you don't know who or what would be, honestly, I do a lot of spell work like on myself personally. Last year, I binded myself to the goddess within me because I was not respecting my sacred feminine. Now I'm a whole feminine goddess out here, always respecting my feminine energy. It's so natural and easy to me because I've been binded to it. Some of you guys may want to consider doing a trust spell, and also a cord cutting spell like on yourself, cutting the cords between the older version of yourself and yourself now. Cutting the cords between your old attachments to the mental or whatever it is that's been holding you back. Cutting the cord from that version of yourself. Like, don't forget to do spell work on yourself, because everyone gets caught up on always doing work for, like, you know, to bring things in or other people. But the easiest, most powerful spell work is done on yourself, because no one else is needed or or has to surrender. It's like you're already surrendering, you're doing the work. And then we have Odin with Psychic Insight. It says, your third eye is open, see the truth for what it is and follow your intuition. So 2 cards talking about some sort of truth and trust. I would say opening your third eye chakra and crown chakra would also be very helpful. Strengthening your root chakra and solar plexus as well. Dang, we have a bunch of cards that just jumped out that want to be read. We have Sarunos with Life Force. It says, express your driving passion. Sexual and sensual powers are increased, so you may be doing some sort of sensual magic, tantra, or that could be beneficial to you. Whenever it focuses on the faces, the whole, everything just brightens up. Turn them around. We have Elmoria with the Awakening Presence. It says, the universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. We have Kathumi with the Cloak of Wisdom. It says, you already know the answers you seek. Trust what you know. Yeah, and I keep getting that energy, like Hierophant energy, High Priest energy, where Spirit is saying, like, you do know, and it's just about following through. We have Sanat Kumara with Light Activation, Saint Germain with Karma Releasing, and Hope with Love and Acceptance. Shine your light. Your internal guidance is coming through loud and clear. Move beyond drama. Create your own path. Make room for good energy. I mean, seriously, 10 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles. You better make room for that. And then we have the last one, love is yours. Recognize your divine worth and choose loving thoughts. So being nicer to yourself is also important at this time. And that's what I have for you, Group 4. That is what Spirit has really been trying to communicate to you. My Etsy is in the description if you want a private tarot reading. That is where you can find me. I also offer custom spell work on there, so I can do a cord cutting or binding for you. Whatever it is you would need specifically, I can help you out with that. But that is what I have for you today. I'll talk to you soon.